Hi, all of you. Good morning. Am I audible to you? Can anybody confirm in chat? Okay, thank you. So yesterday, if you remember, we talked about how to create the AWS account. Okay, and then how you can launch a Linux machine on top of it. If somehow somebody missed it. So take a look on the yesterday class recording. Okay. This was the instance which we created yesterday. Okay, and I had make sure that you will get the document also. Okay, to how to launch the EC2 instance. And again, from today, we'll be starting with the Linux command. Okay, we'll learn how to use the Linux command. So the first thing you have to always do is you have to start the instance. Okay, like just I selected this instance. This is my instance name. Okay, and I have to just click on start here. And in few seconds, this instance will be started. And once our practical will be completed for the day, so again I will be coming here and again I will be clicking on instance state and then I will hit the stop button. Why we always have to make it stop? Because if somehow you forgot and made it running, okay, like more than 750 hours in a month, then you will start get charged, okay, in your account. So if you don't want to get unwanted charge, so like take an example, you've done the practical for 4 hours, 5 hours, okay. So do it after that, just come here, select this box and click on stop. Stop is nothing, just a shutting down your system. That you have to keep in mind and never forget to keep it running. Now, even to connect, I given you the three method. Okay, like you have to select this box, you have to click on connect. Okay, either you can go with the browser method. That was the simplest approach. Okay, like if somebody don't want to get confused, okay, how to use the Linux machines. So just you can click on connect and you will get the screen here. Okay, in the next browser page. And either you are using the Windows or either you are using the Mac. In both the cases, this browser access will be going to work. Okay, so you don't have to worry about. In a starting, if you are not comfortable with PuTTY or SSH, so you can use this method also. So there is no difference in any way of the accessing. If you are accessing by any way, at the last you have to hit the command. Okay, so you can hit the command like this. So that also I showed it. But today I will be showing to connect with PuTTY. I will be connecting with PuTTY. Either I'm giving the commands from the PuTTY or either I'm giving the commands from here. Both are the exact same. It's totally on your preference, what you prefer. Now, connecting with the PuTTY, I said you that first you have to enter the username, then you have to give the at the rate and whatever the public IP address. And see, remember, this IP address is going to change every time. Okay? Like today you shut down the system, again tomorrow you will start it, this IP address is going to be different. Okay. Like similarly, if you try to search in this bar, here like my IP address, you'll see this is a at website is there. If you open this website, in this website, it will show your IP address. Okay, what will be your percent location? Okay, even if you will hit it and like after some days, again you will hit this, you'll see that this IP address is going to be different. Okay, so that you have to make sure. How to fix this IP address that it should not change, that also we will be going to cover in this training itself. But when we'll be start the training specific to AWS cloud. Currently, we are going towards the Linux training, so I am not discussing about that. So you have to copy this IP address and you have to paste it in the PuTTY after EC2 user at the rate. Second thing you know that yesterday I talked about, you have to attach a PPK file that we downloaded when we are launching the instance. Okay, so if somebody missed the class yesterday, so I will say you that please after this class, try to visit the yesterday class recording. Okay, or you can ask for the team for that recording and please go through it. And this is the PPK file which I yesterday created, and that's all. And even if you want to increase the font size, so you can come here, you can increase the font size too. Just click on OK, click on accept, and you will see that the same screen, whatever you are getting it from here, okay, that exact same screen is there. Okay, so there is no any difference. Either you follow this approach, particular, or either you follow this approach. It's totally on you. Okay. And this putty can only be used by the Windows user. Okay. So if somebody using Mac OS, you don't have the option to connect with the putty software. Okay. So you can go with the browser access or SSH method. Now let's come to our practical. So you'll get this document. Okay. This document contains all the screenshot, all the commands which we'll be going to cover for our Linux training. Okay. And we divided it in terms of the 5 different labs. Okay. So today we'll be going to start with the first lab. So if you try to read it here, I clearly read it that first you have to log into your running EC2 instance. Running EC2 instance is like the Linux machine. Okay. In our case, this is our running EC2 instance. This one. Okay, this is our running EC2 instance. So we logged in either using the putty or either using the browser. It's totally on you. Okay, by which method you connect it. Once you connect it to this machine, then I am saying, and you mute yourself. Yeah, and also if anybody have doubt at any point of time, you can ping it in chat. Okay, so don't worry about it. So again, once I connected and I given you the same thing, either you can connect with EC2 Connect, SSH or PuTTY. Okay, once you connected, so you will see this type of the screen. And this is the actual screen which we are seeing. Okay. If you can match this screen output, this is like that. Okay. So once you are seeing this screen, then you have to, what you have to do? I'm saying currently you are logged in as an EC2 user. Okay. And I said you in the Linux, who have the admin permission? Anybody remember? What is the username for admin permission in the Linux? Can you type in chat? Root. Yeah, that's correct. So currently we are logging as an EC2 user. This is a normal user. Okay. But if I want to do all the operation in my own personal laptop, I have to become the root. So how you can become the root? So for that, you have to hit the simple command, sudo switch user root. Okay. This command is going to help you to switch to from EC2 user to the root user. Just hit this command, press enter. And now see from the EC2 user at the rate IP, okay, you change to root at the rate IP. Okay, and that means you are converted to the root user. Now you have all the permission. Now once you got the root permission, then we'll start with the lab. Okay. So in the lab, we'll start with some command. The first command, which is very basic to learn, is the clear command. If you type it clear here, okay, so see whatever the things you are seeing it in this screen till now, this will be cleared. Everything is clear. So just you have to hit the clear command to do it. Currently, it is already clear, so it will be cleared only. Now, similarly, there is a history command which will help you to see which command you run. Okay. Similarly, if you try to understand here the date command, okay, which will give the date output. If you want to see the calendar, so just give the cal command. You will see the calendar output. These are the basics command. Okay. Similarly, there is a ls command. Ls meaning is list. Okay. So what ls command is doing? If I press enter, currently they are doing nothing. Okay. But ls is something like list. Like if I open this directory, take an example, I am opening this directory. Inside this directory, there are so many files and folders are present, right? So these files, these folders, how we are able to list. Yes, we are going inside this folder, then this file explorer is showing all the files and folders. Similarly, in the Linux, if you want to see all the files and folders present, you have to hit the command ls. ls is for listing. But currently there is no files present inside this directory. That's why they are printing nothing. Okay. So now our first work will be to create a file. Okay. So now to create a file in the Linux, you have the 4 different way. Okay. If you want to create a file, first method is using cat command. Second is using touch command. Third is using vi command. Fourth is using nano command. So these are the four commands which are going to help us to create a file. Okay, and that is our final goal for today lecture. That how you can create a file in the Linux that we will be going to learn. So the first thing we are going to start with the cat command. How cat command is going to help you. So again, let's do clear. So everything will be clear. Currently, if I'm doing ls, there is nothing file, no folder, no files. That's why they are printing nothing. Now I want to create a file. I will say to the cat command, can you create a file with the name file1? Okay. So currently, this will do, this will not work. Just you have to give here greater than and give a space. If you're giving the greater than, that means you are telling to cat command that if this file1 is not present, okay, then create this file and give me some space so I can write inside this file. Because when you are creating the file, then you have to add some content also, right? Like I created this notepad file. I written these 4 lines. Okay. And now what I will do, I will click on file, I will click on save. Okay, and save with some name. So same thing using the cat command, I am saying that I want to create a file one. So I am giving cat a space greater than a space file one. And just press enter. See, they given you the screen. They did not given you root at the rate IP something. They given you the screen. Now in this screen, whatever you want to write inside the file one, like this is file one, yeah, created using cat command, okay, and something like this one. I written the 4 lines. Okay, once you written the 4 lines, now I want to save. I don't want to add extra line because if I'll keep typing, then this will be keep going, right? But now I don't want to type more. I just want to save these 4 lines. How you can save it? So to save, you have to hit the 2 commands. Okay, just you have to press Control plus D. What is the Control plus D? That meaning is save and exit. Okay. What they are doing, once you will come here and you will press Control plus D, then what they will do, they will save this content inside the file one and they will exit. So let's press Control plus D and see they saved it and they exit. How you can verify that this content is saved? So again do ls command. See, now this time ls is showing output and they are saying that there is one file with the name file1 is present. Now, if I want to read the content, what is written inside this file one? Like in Windows, you are double clicking on any file, right? I'm clicking on double click, I am seeing the content. Similarly, in the Linux, when you want to read some file, you have to use the cat command only. This time you don't have to give the greater than. Greater than will help you to write inside the command. But if you want to read the file, just give cat file. That's all. And you will see whatever the content I written, like this is file one created using cat command, they're printing. Okay. So using cat command, you can write anything inside your file. Okay. And the same example I shown you here also, like cat greater than file one, what, how they are going to help you, how you can write the content. So you can match the screenshot, you can do the practice from yourself. Okay, like that. Similarly, the ls command we ran and we saw that, okay, file one is created. Now, if you want to read the file one, you have to again hit the command cat file one and the content is visible. Okay, similarly, let's try for one more file. Okay, and this time we are creating the file with the name file2. Okay, so again, you have to do the same thing. If you want to clear all the screen, you can clear also. Okay. And ls, the file is created. Now, if I want to create one more file, with the name file2. So I will write like this, cat greater than file2. Again, I will write something like this is file2 added using cat. Something whatever you want to write, you can write it. And then again, if you want to save all these 3 lines, what you will be doing? You will be doing Control plus D. Control plus D is going to save. Control plus D item, and that is save. Now, if I'll do ls here, again, see the file2 is created. Okay. Now, if you want to read the content of file2, what you will be doing? Again, you'll be doing cat file2. You see the content is. Similarly, if you want to read the content of file1, cat file. Okay, so these 2 command, I think Clear to everybody? Have any confusion, you can ask me. Okay.
Please, can you repeat how to save?
To save, just you have to press Control plus T. Control plus T is going to save and exit.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, there can be a situation, okay, like this is the content of file two. Okay. Now, somebody is saying you, can you add one extra line inside this file two at the end? There are only 3 lines currently. I want to add 1 or 2 more lines inside this file. How it can be possible? So if I go with our previous approach, like cat greater than file two, and I will try to add like new line adding. Okay, something like this, I retain one more line. So 2 line I added, and just I will do Control plus T. So I saved it. But as per your understanding, if you try to read the cat file too, what is the expected output anyway? Like what do you think will output will come? How many total lines? If I'll do cat file too. Previously there were 3 lines. Okay, this time again I use the cat greater than file two. I try to write 2 more lines. Okay. So what do you think in total, how many lines will be present inside the file? Okay, 5. Yeah, that is the problem here. Like this is not the actual case. If I read show you the cat file too, you'll see only 2 lines as this one. New line adding and one more line. So whatever the previous content was there, that was gone. Okay. So what is the meaning of this? That means whenever you are using the greater than, okay, and after that you are writing some content. So if there is some content already present in your file, that will be going to be replaced. Okay, means your previous data will be deleted, and whatever the new line you are adding, that will be only kept inside the file. Okay, but now you'll say that then it is not satisfying our condition, right? We said that we require to add 2 more lines. So how you can achieve this? So currently, let's say what is the content of file one? This is the content of file. There are 4 lines. Okay. I want to add 2 to 3 lines in the file. So rather than using the greater than, because greater than is replacing the old content. Okay. So you have to use the double greater than. Double greater than meaning is append. You are appending something inside your file. Now, if you'll write something here, like new line added, okay, like second line added, third line added, okay, something like 3 line I am going to add. And again, I will do press enter, then I will press Control plus T. Okay, again, I saved and exit. Now, if I do again ls, only 2 files are there, file one and file two. This time, I will try to read the content of file one. You will see this was the content which was available previously. Okay, these 4 lines from here. Now I try to add 3 more lines. That is also got added. Okay. So whenever you want to add some extra line, you have to use the double greater. That will be going to perform the append functionality. Now, the double greater than example is also there. And try it. Similarly, now if I'll again ask you a simple question that there are 2 files present, file one and file two. Okay. And now I am saying you that you have to combine this both file one and file two. Okay, and create a new file. And that file should contain the content of file one also and file two also. So to do that, you have to just hit the command cat, okay, file one, then give the second file name, file two. So these two are the file one and file. Now I want to, whatever the content written inside the file one and whatever the content is present inside the, okay, that I have to keep it inside a new file. So I will give the greater than and new file name. Take an example is new file itself. Yeah, new combined. This is the new file name. So what this command is going to do? This command is going to read the content of file one. Then they will read the content of file two. And whatever the content is present in both the files, they are going to paste it inside this new command. That is the meaning. If I press enter, the first thing will be seeing that one new file is created with the name new combined file. If I try to read this using the cat command, cat new combined file. Okay, so just press enter. See, these things like this four up to here, these lines are coming from file one, and these two lines are coming from the file two. Okay, and both are merged together. But if I same thing, if I will tell you in the Windows to do it, you will take some extra time, right? What you will do, you will first open this file. Similarly, you will open this second file, something like this. And then what you will do, you will copy the content of this two file. Okay, like this two file, you will manually copy like this way, Control plus A, Control plus C, copy. Then you will create one more notepad file. And now you will paste it here. Then secondly, you will go in the second file. Okay, and the second file again, you will copy it. And then you will keep it here. Okay, this is the time taking process. But if you are comfortable with Linux, so you can merge the content of both the file. Okay, uh, in a single go using the cat. Just you have to give the name file one, file two. Not only two files. If there are 100 files, so how you'll be writing? You'll be writing like this: cat file one, file two, file three. Just after giving a space, keep all the files, whichever the content you want to merge. Okay, like this four files content I want to merge. I will give the greater than and whatever the new file name you want to give. Like this way you can. Now, once you saw that how to merge, okay, so we'll be seeing the again next step. This is the example of cat file one, file two, new combined file. Okay. Now, sometimes what happens, people also say that can you copy the content? Like I know that this is the content of the file two, cat file two. This is the content of the file two. Now I want to copy the same content in some other file with the new file name. Take an example, file three. Okay, so how you can do this? Just you have to hit the command cat file two. I want to copy it, okay, directly in the name file three. File three is going to be a new file. Okay, so they will be reading the file two and they will be pasting it in the file. Similarly, after a space, if I'll give file three, file four like that, so they are going to copy the multiple files and pasting it. If you are giving only one file, so they are copying one file to the another file. Just press enter. You'll see that one new file is created with the name file three. If you try to read it, add file three, the content is available. Like this way, also you can do the copy in the Linux. Okay. So Linux is so interesting. Just you have to remember the commands and all the works which you are doing manually. Mouse, right? You are selecting everything by just clicking like this, Control A, Control C. All things will not require. Just you can directly do using it. Now, one more interesting thing, if I try to show you clearly, that in Windows you cannot do. Like these are the files, right? If I try to read the content of new combined file, so see, these are the content visible. Okay. Now, in the Windows, if I'll tell you that can you print this, whatever the things you are seeing here, can you print it in the reverse order? What will be the reverse order of this file? Reverse order will be one more line will be coming on the top. New line adding will be the second line. Third line added will be the third line. Second line added will be like that way it will be. So to reverse this, Linux is saying that just you have to reverse the command. Like this is the cat command, which is giving you the actual output, right? If you want to reverse the output, just reverse the command also. So what will be the reverse of cat? Tag, TAC. See, this is the opposite order, TAC. Okay, so that way you have to remember tag and just give the file. This time you will be able to see that this is file one. That is going to be the last line. Okay? This is file one. This become the last line. Okay, and one more line that was the last line here, that become the first line. So just reverse the command, output will be reversed. Okay, so that is again the extra thing that you can do from the Linux, but from the Windows, it is very difficult to do. Now that was about the cat command. Okay, so I showed you about that. There are four different methods to create the file, and we cleared the cat command. Okay. So cat command is clear to all of you. Any question, anything in the cat command? Anything you want to repeat me in the cat? And say whatever I done from this side now, you can see the same thing from here also. Like again, I become the root user using the sudo switch user root, and I will do ls. See, these all are the files I created. Okay, so that means now you can understand that both are connected from the same machine. Okay, like if I try to read the content of cat file 3, see the same content will be visible. Cat file 1. So whatever the command I am doing from Putty, the same thing you can do from the browser also, like the tag command. So just hit the tag file and it will be printed in the reverse. Similarly, clear, so it will clear the screen. History, it will show the all the commands which you have. Right? So like this way you can either way, like from the browser, or either you can do it from Putty. Both will be good. Now after cat command, we are going to see the touch command. Okay. How the touch command is going to help you. So let me show you again. Here all these things. Currently, this many files are present. File 1, file 2, file 3. Now, if you want to use the touch command, I think someone might be muted. Yeah. So touch. Do you want to say something? Your mic is
Sir, good morning. Can you increase the font size?
okay for which one? Putty?
Yeah.
Okay, let me do that.
Okay, thank you.
Is it good?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Oh. Now, if I want to create the new file, okay, like file 4. So what you have to do, just hit the command touch file 4. What this touch command is doing, when you are using the cat command to create the file, like you are writing something cat greater than file 1, something like this you are writing. And they are giving you some space on which you can write the content inside the file. But touch command is just going to create the file, that's all. I will press enter and see that file 4 is created. But what is the content written inside this file 4? Nothing. This is an empty file. How you can verify? Just hit the command cat file. See, you are saying nothing. That means whenever you are using the touch command, they are creating a empty file. Okay. Similarly, like if I want to create two empty files, just I have to hit touch file 5, file 6. And so that's all. This file 5 and file 6 is created. So this is the way by which touch command you can create the empty files. Okay. Multiple empty files also you can create by giving the space file 5, file 6, file 7 like that. Now there is one more command if you try to understand here. Stat. Okay. Stat and let's give the file one. So you are saying that these are the access time. Okay. So these 3 times you have to focus here. Access, modify, and change. Okay. So what are these things doing? Access time is saying that at what time your file is created access. Okay. Then what is the last time you modified the file that they are saying? Okay. And this change time is basically saying the latest one. Okay. Like what is the latest time of access and modify? Change modify time is the latest one, right? 254. And that's why this change time becomes the 254. If the access time will become 256, then this change time will become the 256. because which will be the latest time between these two. Okay, that will be going to be printed in the change time. Now, if I want to change the modify time, so the one way is you will be changing using the editing the content. Okay, like I will add some extra line inside the file one. Okay, and control plus D, and then again I will do a stat file. So see, this time is changed. Previously it was 254. Now it is 3 zeros. Whenever you will modify the content, this time is going to be. Now, but if you don't want to modify and still you want to change the time, okay, so how you can do that? That we are going to see. Again, a stat file. Now take an example. Somebody is saying that can you change the access time? Okay, without accessing the file, just hit the command touch hyphen E is for access. Okay, you are going to change the access type. That's why you have to give the name hyphen E and give the file name. I want to change the access name of file one. Okay, and just press enter. That's all. Now again you will do a stat file one. You see, the access time will become the 307. Previously the access time was 247. Now it is 307. And I said you, which will be the latest time between 307 and 306. That will be going to come here in the change time. And what is latest? Latest is access time. That's why change time is also access. Similarly, without modifying the file, I want to change the content of the modify. Okay, just you have to hit again. This stat file. Now I want to change the timing of the modify without modifying the file. So just you have to hit the same command, touch. Previously used hyphen A. A is for access time. This time you will be choosing M. M is for modified time. And just give the file name. File one. Just press enter. Again do a stat file one. You see the modified time became the latest one, 308. And the change time automatically changed to the latest one. So either you use the hyphen A for changing the access time and hyphen M for the modified time. These things you can remember. Sometimes when we are doing the scripting, that time it is necessary to in the modified time or access time from our side. Then this command is going to help you. Okay, so this is one extra use of the touch command. One use of the touch command is to create the empty file. Okay. Second use case of the touch command is to change the time stuff like access modified time. Now, once you got about the use case of the touch command also, like in daily day-to-day use cases, if you ask me for what purpose I'm using the touch command, so touch command you will be using for creating the empty file. But sometimes it requires to change the time stuff also. Now, there is a VI command. Okay. What is the VI command? So again, you have to understand, like I am reading the content of file 2 or file 3. Like get this is the content. But now if I don't want to add extra line, I want to change the word meaning of this. Like in place of new line adding, I want to write like new line added. Okay. So how I can edit this? Using cat command, either you can replace the content, entire content, or either you can append a new line. That is the only two things you can do using the cat command. But if I want to edit something, like in the notepad, I can go here, I can remove this spelling, like something like this. I can remove this touch like that way. But how you can achieve this? Okay. So for that purpose in the Linux, there are two editors are there. Okay. One is the VI editor, second is the nano editor. So if I want to edit this file too, you have to just hit the command VI, okay, and give the file name. So this is the file too. Just press enter. Okay, VI space file too. Now see, they are showing the content. New line adding, one more line. At the last, they are showing this is the file two. There are 2 lines percent, 30 bytes is the size. Like that, they are showing the information. But how I can edit this? Okay, I cannot edit like this. If you press ABCD, it will not going to work. Okay, the first thing you have to do is you have to go in the insert mode. Okay, how Linux is going to know that you are going to edit this file? Just press I for insert. So when I will press I from my keyboard, so see, I came inside the insert mode. Now, once you become or you came inside the insert mode, then you can change something. Okay, like now I can remove this, I can clip this, add it. Like in place of one more line, I can write like one extra line added. So whatever the changes you want to do, you can do. Okay. And even the extra line you want to add, that also you can add. Okay. So using a BI editor, you can change the spelling, you can edit the previous files, all these things. Okay. Like what you do in the normal editor, like Notepad. Now, once you done all these things, what is your final new step? You have to save this. Okay. You have to save and exit. But currently I am in the insert mode. Like I will be writing something, it will be pressing from keyboard, it will be writing. Okay. So how you can remove from the insert mode? So if I want to come out from the insert mode, you have to press escape button. There is a escape keyword. Like, let me type it here. This is a keyword in your keyboard. Okay, that you have to type the first thing. If you press escape, you will see that this insert is gone. See that insert is gone. Once that insert is gone, then you have to press column WQ. Why the column WQ? So how this BI editor is going to understand? Because see, there is no close or something like that. In the notepad, you can directly close it from here, right? And they will ask you, do you want to save these changes or not? But as I said you, that this is the Linux, there is no mouse, nothing. Okay, so if I will close this, this is the closing of PuTTY software. This is not the closing of BI editor. Okay, so how I can exit it from here? So you have to press column. Okay, see, I'm writing here column. You can write the column after the escape button on column W, Q. W is for save, Q is for quit. Okay, so I'm saying that you have to save the content and then you have to quit it. So just press enter and that's all. That file is saved. How you can verify? Just read the command using the cat file and see the content is visible. New line added, one extra line added, one more extra line. Okay, like this one. Take an example like currently in the file 4, there is nothing. Okay, that was the empty file. So if I want to add something in the file 4, that also I can do using the BI editor. Just you have to hit the BI file 4. Press enter. Again, see it is saying currently you are inside the file 4. There are 0 lines. That means it is totally empty. Size is 0 byte. Now I want to write something. What I have to do? First, I have to press I for insert. You see, insert is this one. Now you can write anything like this is file created using such command, created using BI editor. And like that's whatever the command you can write, that you can write it. Now you want to save it. What you have to press? The first thing you have to come out from the insert mode. Okay. So to coming out from this insert mode, what you have to do? You have to press the escape button. I press the escape, that insert is gone. Then you have to press column, W for save, Q for exit, and just press it. That's all. Now again, if you try to read the content of file 4, you'll be able to see the content. Okay, so this is the difference between the normal editor. When you are using the cat command, you cannot edit the word meaning. Like I cannot edit this spelling or this spelling using the cat command. With the cat command, either I can replace the entire content or either I can add some extra line. Okay, but with the BI editor, you can edit as you are editing in the notepad. Okay, so just you have to remember 2 to 3 things in the BI data that once you got this type of a structure like file 5 is visible, then to go inside this, you have to press I from your keyword. Okay, then it will be in the insert mode. Okay, like this one. Now, whatever you want to type it, type it. Okay, now if you want to come out from this insert mode, you have to press escape button. Okay, then you have to press column WQ. Okay, and then you have to press enter. It will save the content and then you can run the content using the cat command. Now, for some of you, maybe BI editor is a little bit complex, like you are thinking that I have to remember, press I for insert, press column WQ to save it. How I can remember all this? So if you are facing difficulty, so for you, there is a nano editor. Okay. Like currently, yeah, say, you're saying something?
Sir, good morning. Or we can see the files by using cat greater than, and we can see the content by using that VI editor also. Both are same.
Yeah, cat greater than will help you to append the new line. Okay. But if you directly write cat file 4, then you can see the content. Okay. Using the VI editor also you can see the content. Okay. But VI is a editor. So again, if you see the content and now if you want to come out, what you have to do, you have to press the column and Q, because this time I'm not saving anything. This was already saved. So I'm just pressing Q here. Q is for quit and that else. That's why using cat command, it is better to read the file. Okay, because VI command, again, you have to see, you are seeing the content. Now, if I want to exit, again, I have to press column Q, then only it will show. Okay, so like that way, cat is easier to read the file. But if you want to edit the file, VI is the easier method.
Okay. Okay.
Now, if you want to use the nano command, okay. So see, currently, if you see in the file 5, there is no content. Okay. Now I want to add some content inside the file 5. So one thing I can do using the VI editor. Second thing, you know, that I can do using the cat greater than. Okay, that also I can do. But let's go with the nano editor. So for nano, just hit the nano and give the name file 5. Press enter. And see, this time they are not saying you that you can press the I for insert. You can directly write it here. Like this is file 5. I don't have to press any I or something. This is file 5, adding of nano. Okay, something like this. And so like that, the line is added. Okay. Now I want to save this. So in the VI editor, what you are doing, you are pressing escape button, then you are pressing column W. But here they are saying why to remember all these things. I given you all the option in the downside itself. Okay, so do you want to exit from here? So you have to press up arrow and X. Up arrow meaning is here control. Okay, so if you know in your keyboard, there is a button called CTRL, right? So CTRL is the control. So they are saying you, if you want to exit, you have to just press Control plus X. And this thing you don't have to remember. They are directly writing it in the downside that you have to press Control plus X to exit. So I retain the content. I am pressing Control plus X. Now they are saying you retain something inside this file. It is something like Notepad. I retain something. I'm clicking on close. They're asking, do you want to save this file? Save, don't save, cancel. So similarly, they are asking, do you want to save this modified file? Y for yes, N for no, C for cancel. And see, the same thing we are doing here also. So if I want to save this file, what I will be pressing? I will be pressing Y. Okay, Y for yes. So I will be pressing Y. Now they are saying this file is going to be saved in the file 5. Okay, like from the notepad, when you do a file, save it. So they say us the like, what is the file name you want to keep? So that's the same thing they are asking here. So do you want to keep it in the file 5 only? So I will just press it. That's all. Now you'll read the content using the file 5 cat command. See the content is visible. You can see the content using the nano command also. Nano file 5. Okay. And again, if I want to add some extra thing, like I want to remove this thing, add it from nano, something like this. And let me write like this, add it from nano. So I did something like this. And if I want to add extra line, that also is going to. Okay. But in the nano editor, you don't have to press the I for insert. You don't have to press the escape WQ to exit. If you want to exit, just press Control plus X. They are asking, do you want to save it? Just press Y. Do you want to save it in the name file 5? Just press it. That's all. You'll see that content is updated. So are you like, it's totally on you, which you are feeling comfortable, whether with the VI editor or whether with the nano editor. If you are good with the commands, VI is the best editor. Okay. And it is the mostly used editor for the IT industry people is the VI editor only. Okay. Few people uses the nano editor, but it is not like that in the nano editor, you cannot do anything. You can do all the things, whatever the things you are doing in the VI editor. So it's totally on your choice which editor you are feeling comfortable, because some people feeling comfortable with the notepad, some people can feeling comfortable with the notepad plus plus. Okay, so it's totally on their choice which they are comfortable. So the same thing, I given you the example, control plus X, then you have to press Y for save, press enter. Okay, that file will be saved. Now two to three more commands we have to see for today. Then we'll complete our today's class. Yeah.
Sir, in the VA editor, suppose there is hundreds of lines. Suppose if you want to
Your sound is breaking.
go to suppose 92, how can
The sound is breaking. I was not able to hear it.
suppose in the VA editor file, suppose I open the one file in VA mode.
Okay.
Suppose there are hundreds of lines. Suppose a particular we go to second line or 91 line like that. What is the command?
Okay. So see, if you want the some extra functionality of the VI, you can always use the VI -help. Okay. Now they will give you the here the all the options what you can use. Okay. So like if you'll see here, they are giving you the. I think the sound is echoing.
Okay. Okay.
So see, let me show you. Or say, just give me a second. Like if you want to use the more functionality of PI, so just say like that PI and the line which you want. Directly search for particular line. They will give you, because there are so many options here. Okay. So for it's really difficult for the people to remember all the things. Okay. So like if you go on, you can always take the help from the Google. Okay. Let me show you quickly.
Okay.
So see, they are saying you, if you want to start BI from a particular line, okay, so you can directly write it. Take an example. Clear all these things. These are the file. If I try to read the content of the new combined file, there are so many lines. Okay, now I want that BI editor, when I will open, it should directly come inside the fifth line. Okay, that will be the new line added. So they are saying that directly, clearly, you can directly write this command, BI. Okay, I'm saying that you have to directly go to the fifth line. Okay, and what is the file name? File name is new combined file. Press enter. See, they directly came to the fifth line. You're seeing this? Is it okay? Is it okay? Similarly, if you'll go escape, okay, like, and here you press like I want to go to the seventh line. Yeah, after opening also on the internet, just have to press like this enter. See, I came to the seventh. Okay, so like this way also you can.
Okay.
Now,
Okay. Okay.
and also one more thing. Let me show you quickly. Press escape. Okay. Now, if I want to set here like set number, press enter. Now numbering comes here only. So you can directly now visual. Okay, this is the seventh line. This is the eighth line. Now you don't have to count it from it. So like this way, there are so many functionalities. So in a starting, like this is the first command class. I don't want to confuse everybody. Okay, but yes, like if any command I taught you, so for the extra thing, you can always search on Google. You can take help. Like I have to just write here set number in place of W key, right? And you will be able to see that everything is written in the numbering. So that's why BI gives you some extra functionality. That's why BI is more popular as compared to the nano editor. Okay. Hope this clears you out. Similarly, if I want to exit, just press Q and override the symbol because I don't want to save any new thing. Press it. That file will be saved. Now, currently, if we'll see here again, the clear. If I do ls, you will see that all files are visible. But if I do ls-l, L is for long listing. then you will see that these all files are listed: file 1, file 2, file 3, file 4, file 5, file 6. But everything is in the detailed format. Now I can see, okay, this is the size of the file, this is the date, this is the time on which file is created. Okay. So like that way, if you want to see, you can use the ls-l command. And if you are don't want a shorter command, okay, so just you can press double ls. That will also give the same. So this thing also you can try. Similarly, one more command to see the hidden files. So sometimes what happens that there is some files which somebody hides purposely. Okay, so how you can see that? So just you have to use the command ls-a. And see, there are some extra file they are showing. File 1, file 2, file 3, file 4. These all are created by us. But this file like .bash history, .bash logout, these all are not created by us. If you want to see all files, just you have to hit the command ls-. Okay. So that you have to remember. You can practice this command up to 16. That is for lab 1. And tomorrow we'll be starting with the lab 2. And always come here on the AWS side. And I think somebody's sound is equal. Okay. But yeah, you have to stop the instance. Once practical is done, please stop the instance. And then again, when you will start the practical, again you will start the instance at that time. Don't forget to keep it running. Okay. So that is
Can you share?
Yeah, come again. Your sound
Can
is
you
breaking.
share that file? Can you share
Okay,
that file?
yeah, okay, yeah, yes, sure. Other files you got it, like how to create AWS instance, everything.
No.
No, okay. So I will make sure that all the 3 files will be available to you. Okay, so even Linux commands lab file, I will share it. Okay, so soon you will get it. So no worry about it. Thanks, Olaf.